I've just realized that the life totals were not popping up on screen before, and I'm so sorry about that. There's something I can fix for the past videos, but going forward, all of them are going to be fixed. I am so sorry about that. But we're going to keep this hand. We've got a redraw and a Lord and a removal effect, so if we're playing against red-black, which is, the archetype we expected to see a lot on here, we'll be good. So this could be white-black vehicle. Still white-black vehicles, most likely. I don't want to use a Fatal Push on that. Just want to draw a card. Alright, so now we've got a double spell turn lined up. Our opponent sent a message. Yes, boy, Mirror. Mirror life. I'm not going to block. So I would have assumed it's actually vehicles up until right now. And I wouldn't have blocked either way, to be fair. So, but that's funny. All right. Black, white, Lord, Legion's Landing. We'll work towards... ooh, that was a pop. We'll work towards flipping this. And I think that will probably be a game breaker in the mirror. I've never actually played the mirror before. Our opponent's very chatty. Oh. Apparently our opponent listens to the podcast. Alright, so apparently they listen. That's funny. Mishkar, I believe that's how you say your name. If I know you and I forgot your moto name, I'm sorry. I barely remember real life names sometimes, so just being honest. No worries. So we can Fatal Push if they block a Lord on this, but I think we do want to flip this. But we have Champion of Dust, so we don't actually need to do anything. We just need to Fatal Push before they go to combat. And we have Cast Out to actually answer this stuff. Alright. Take care of that real quick. So beginning of combat, we can actually answer this Lord. So we can let them flip this. They seem to be missing a land. I think Champion of Dusk. So we can push this and they won't be able to attack. But if we push this and they attack in, we don't actually get that many good blocks. We just get one good block, which is weird. So we're gonna just Fatal Push this and prevent any sort of flips. Alright, so now we're gonna play Champion. This will make it hard for them to attack into us. And whoa, we were gonna hit a land patch. Alright, so we can attack now, and they could block here. And we lose our Lord. That seems bad. We can just hold back. I think us holding back is better right now. We're up on lands. That means they probably have more spells than us. Almost assuredly with all these lands in our hand. But I think we can come out of this one alive. Also, still crazy getting recognized for Magic content. Still crazy. So they'd have to throw away their Lord, actually, which is probably good enough for us. Oh, that is actually really good for us. So I can attack in and they can lose their Lord, which is sweet, but we can actually play this and another Lord. Alright, now we can throw away all of these friends and flip our fort. And yeah, sometimes the mirror is uninteractive. But, hey, they've got a lot of gas in hand. Alright, the old double blocks. I like it. They'll kill our thing. They'll keep their board. Makes sense to me. Yeah, I'll yield. Alright. So they can still flip their Dantos now. Or their Legion's landing into an Dantos. Sorry about that. I wonder... Another Legion's Lieutenant. Okay. Our board is bigger, so they attack in, they actually lose their whole board. Which is not good for them. That's my hot take. Losing your board. Not good for you in the board mirror. So we can pop Shephet Dunes and attack. We can actually just cast out this, though. And that's basically doing that. Except we get to use a Dantos as well. Alright, we're just going to attack with these two. It presents lethal. And we have cast out to answer the Lord. They have to at least chump this 3-3, the 7-7. You should probably... Alright, there you go. Not dying is a good plan. I like this. You gain the maximum amount of life by blocking like this. And if I have tricks, you're probably in trouble anyways. Now, it turns out I did have it, but you're gonna lose the same amount, and you gain two more life because I killed the Lord. So looks like are we good? All right. Computer freaked out for a second. There might be a small glitch in the audio at that time. There is. Sorry about that. But our opponent still mana stuck. They seem like they got another land. And we just have the Adantos. Alright. Well, it's a good thing we got this Champion of the Dusk, or Champion of Dusk, for the maximum amount of vampires we could. Boom. Play this, and then pop the dunes. And we're gonna just alpha in. They have fatal pushes and stuff. It's good, but I don't think it will matter. We just have so much power on board. Like, they could fatal push our lords, and we would still be in a good spot. And they're gonna go to 1. Okay, so they did have a fatal push. Interesting. Could they have taken 7? No. They would have died if they didn't block the other one. So we could play Martyr of Dusk, but we're trying to be as efficient as possible with our mana. And we can play this on another turn. We have this that makes something that's actually kind of better than this because of lifelink. They're doing a good job of trying to come back. The fact that we just have such a good board presence and a way to make a vampire return makes it really hard to come back, especially when we keep drawing Lord effects. Alright. They conceded with the vampire thing on the stack, so let's figure out how to sideboard the mirror. This should be exciting. So this might be good. I know this is good. And I know this is good. And I know this is good. I imagine this is good. Radiant Destiny is one of the more important cards in the matchup, I would think. I think Binding matters more than Cast Out, but we need to keep a Cast Out in case they have Binding and they Binding our Binding. We need to be able to cast that out so we don't get stuck under it. Martyr of Dusk is in a unique position because it is a body that can trade. So it's okay, but not great. I'm curious if they're playing the list that I posted. Because if they are, they won't have all the settles, but they'll know of the settles. Fatal Push is in an interesting spot too, where sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's really bad. So if we play like this, we have very little comeback, but we would be fairly protected to everything. We could cut a Martyr of Dusk for Invoke the Divine. Destroying this, or even this. Like, if we blow up one of these, that's pretty big game. Blowing up any of these effects is big game. I imagine they have the Immortal Sun. You have to assume they're going to bring it in. So this makes us a little bit lower, a little bit more reactionary. Not as low to the ground, but I think it's fine. I kind of want another one of these. When you stick these, it is very hard to come back. Now, this is the one downside to Invoke the Divine. We were playing Forsake the Worldly before, but we wanted the life gain for red-black. So, we are losing out a little bit there. I think we want all 3 settles. I think we want all the Call to Feast. I think we want all of these. It could even be that we want more of these. Maybe those are better than this. Since this only answers these, it's unlikely they're going to all get Ixalan bindinged. I guess the question is Martyr of Dusk even good in the matchup? Just the body? Bodies aren't important, though. You need to be able to attack in and flip landing. I'm not actually sure. We could also use Duress as a way to like answer things. Alright, I'm going to bring in these Invokes and this Cast Out. I'm going to cut both of these and try it. I'm going to try being more reactionary. Maybe too reactionary, but I want to be able to break serve. So, let's see here. This hand's interesting. If we draw a white source, we're very, very in it. Like, pretty much can't lose. If we keep drawing black, we don't have a whole lot. But we do have the cards we need to catch up. I'm going to keep. We play more white than we do black. It's a pretty aggressive keep. But I think these cards matter a whole lot, and I know these matter a lot, our Lord effects. So it's an aggressive keep, but I accept the potential backfire. Seems like they had to decide about a keep too, so. Alright, that's a good start for them. Okay. Really good if we draw our planes. Or, you know, anything. Godless Shrine. Whatever it's called. Isolated Chapel. Ooh, did they keep a 1-lander? Are we in a similar position? They might have also accidentally, like, skipped that step. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Looks like we both kept a little aggressive of hands. Alright, Dusky Boy. Gonna try and give us another shot at some lands, and never punished. So let's see if they can draw land here. Alright. White, this. Name Vampire. They could have Fragmentize here. I'm still just gonna hold back, though. So we might invoke the Divine on this to keep them off lands. Alright, we're going to play a Queen's Commission here. Play this land. If they block now, they lose their board, so they can't flip this. Land off the top that's untapped lets us slam double Lord. And I think that probably means lights out. Oh, they've sent us a message. Do not feel bad at all. So, looks like they're about to concede to us. Yeah. So, looks like they kept a 1-lander. Didn't quite pan out. Let's move on to the next one, I guess.